fine and good light.
Fingers crossed.
Yep.
You're doing the tweetful?
Yep. There we go. A tweet has been tweeted.
Hurrah!
Hello, Dementian.
Hello.
Sound may cut out briefly as I make sure all my windows are set up and correct and stuff, but I think we should be good to go.
Awesome.
Hello, Will-O-Wisp.
Yes, it's a Game Boy Advance version.
Dawn of Soul.
This is the version that you played a lot.
Oh, the Rose. Thank you for the resub.
Thank you.
I don't even remember what this, like, attract mode screen is like. World shrouded in darkness. Sandstorms. Spinny towers. You know how it goes.
We all know how it goes. Yeah, like Breath of Fire 2.
It is.
Breath of Fire 2 was the game I took on holiday all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And FF1 was the game you took all the time, right?
Yep. 1 and 2, since they're packaged together
they're
in
both
this.
on the same one, yeah.
Oh,
I do
dear.
have this version of the game. I actually have 3 versions of this game. I have it on PS1, GBA, and PSP. The furthest I've never beaten it. The furthest I've gotten was on the PSP version, because at least in that version I class changed.
Right.
I never actually finished it. Pretty sure I got really far, but was it?
Yeah, a lot of the super bosses are kind of bullshit, but that's sort of what you expected from these GBA games, like FF remakes.
I like the PSP version quite a bit. See how the GBA version is.
Yep. Yes, this is the GBA version.
Oh yes, we are gonna be playing this back and forth. I don't know if we mentioned that.
Yeah.
So Vicas is playing today, and if I get back to my flat...
If she
tomorrow,
actually makes it.
Well, the ice has actually cleared off the roads, finally. Like, it melted by the end of today. So, fingers crossed, I'll get back up tomorrow, and then I'll be playing on Tuesday.
Yep. Hopefully.
So yeah, there's like a billion different versions of this game.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh!
Tried. Thank you for the donation.
Thank you.
Can't afford another recurring sub but have this for completing BOF 2, which I unfortunately missed out on seeing live.
It's close. It's real close.
It's close. And live. You saw it live.
Yeah.
Or didn't see it live.
Yeah, now we're getting an opening cutscene for Final Fantasy II instead of 1. With all the laughy fires.
Yep. So, as I was saying, there's like a billion different versions, and they're all quite different.
Or there's sort of like major versions of them, like Dawn of Souls
like
is a common one.
Like the mobile version, I think was off the PS1 one, or the SNES one, rather than like the GBA one, which is weird. Although the PSP one is based on the GBA one, they just updated the graphics and the music, and added another bonus dungeon.
Yep.
But it and the GBA version have MP, whereas the original and like the SNES and the PS1 do the whole, you have a certain number of magic spells you can cast, like points thing.
It's kind of fascinating to see sort of the lineage of the remakes of Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah.
Make a big old diagram of it.
So also the GBA version is a lot easier than the original version. Because I
As
believe
with
in the
most of these.
Yeah, the PS1 version had 2 difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
The original difficulty and then an easy mode difficulty, and then the GBA was based on the easy mode.
Right.
Which I believe makes things cost less.
Mm-hmm. Well, shall we?
Let's go.
Final Fantasy.
But yeah, so it's very interesting seeing the different versions and all the different things they did with it.
Yep. History's greatest monster.
You.
Thank you for the resub.
I personally like the GB version, but we've picked out our team already.
Subscription shall make
Yep.
you fall down.
We're going with sort of the late game.
Yeah, I really wanted to play just one of those ridiculous late game heavy kind of parties.
Oh, and we also decided on names.
Yep.
Sorry guys, you don't get to name them, but I think you might like the naming scheme we came up with.
We always kind of figured that Final Fantasy 1 in particular is basically a Dungeons and Dragons session with
Yeah.
a very generic set of characters.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a fantasy setting, so you can't just have a normal name.
Right? And you can't just call him Steve. It has to have an apostrophe in it. So this is Maria.
Of course.
This one I believe is Jane. This is Jane.
I have to keep scrolling all the way down to the to the apostrophe.
Or Jane. Should we call her Jane?
Jane.
Jane, so Steve, Maria, and Jane. And our good old black mage. Who's just called Carl.
And Carl.
And Carl.
I could name someone
Jamie,
Saint Evan, but I don't know if that would fit.
Maria, Jane, and Carl.
I guess we do almost have a Saint Eve here. But no, very different. This is Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, this is, this party is probably going to have some difficulty playing the early game because we don't really have anyone to tank damage for us early on. But Monk and Thief, as they ramp up into the late game, and also once you learn the magic haste, turn into absolute monsters.
Draco saying when she played him.
Ah, perfect.
So she also named him Carl. Apparently it's just a black mage name.
Carl, a very black magey name.
He's Saint Eve, the monk. I think most people, when they first go through the game, stick with the fighter, thief, white mage, black mage
Yeah, I mean,
layout.
it is basically a very, like, standard party. If you don't know, by the way, there are 6 classes available to you. The 2 that we don't have here are Warrior and Black Mage. Warrior is sort of the standard tanky knight class, or sorry, Red Mage.
Yes.
Red Mage is the standard Red Mage from every Final Fantasy, where you sort of dabble in everything.
The jack of all trades they are.
Mm-hmm. Cosmic
I got
Afro, we're
confession.
going with standard builds.
I have never played D&D or any sort of D&D variant.
Yeah, you're gonna have all these jokes go straight over your head. It's gonna be great.
Woo! Oh, I know what dice are. I do hang in circles with people who play.
Well, I mean, more just anyone throwing more complicated D&D references out than that.
Yeah, they will go right over my head.
I mean, just the fact that the whole setup of this game is basically a gigantic D&D campaign, like literally, okay guys, you've given me your character sheets, we're starting up now. The GM's got to go through his whole little speech about what's going on in the world.
Yep.
Shrouded in darkness. Reading off of a prepared sheet, and this is basically all the plot stuff that you get for the most part.
When
Setting
you
the
figure out where to
scene.
go, you have to talk to NPCs, which is always just a pain in the butt. You know, the DM just has all this dialogue in his head he really wants to tell you.
You gotta set the stage, you know?
See, the main reason why I never finished this game is I never could be bothered figuring out where to go.
And that's a fair statement. This game is very open-ended, let's say.
It really, like, you talk to people and they tell you, I think I talked to someone in like this, it's not the first time, but like the second town or third town.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell you about this cave, so I went there and immediately got squished.
Well, that's the other thing.
Really
you can
supposed
absolutely,
to go there yet.
Yeah, wander into places.
So you get the ship like real early, so you can just like sail anywhere you want. And I got squished, and I went, well, I'm done. I played it later on the PSP when guides were a thing.
So you start outside of this large town. What do
Lovely
you do?
Town. We go to town.
Oh right, that reminds me. Let's see if auto run is a thing here. Yes, it is. Yoink!
Ah.
Absolutely. Cursor to memory, message speed at 5 seems, or 4, let's see. Right, lower is faster
lower
for whatever
faster.
reason.
Same in like 5.
Yeah. You can also like totally change the color of your menus, so I could do this hot pink, and you know, it's growing on me more than I was expecting it to.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Beautiful.
Mwah. Jane is really digging it.
Mm-hmm. So you start with 500 gil. Very, very basic equipment if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
oh, right.
sure.
I do remember this about it. The first thing that you should do is remove the whatever weapon you have on the monk, because their damage barehanded actually scales way more.
Yeah,
I'll probably show off the ship minigame at some point, but not like grind it or anything. So yeah, there's just a lot of random stuff that you kind of just have to know about this game to be able to play it effectively. Like essentially the monk starts with a wooden staff and it actually lowers their DPS quite a lot compared to just having them go barehanded.
As I'm pretty sure with the money you've got, you can pretty much buy everything we need.
Yes. Yeah, and then of course Carl starts with a knife, because you don't fuck with Carl.
Nope. So immediately we just go to town and buy some spells. Because you don't start out with any spells.
Ah, yes, that is also important to note. By the way, don't talk to any guards in this town, because you will immediately get pulled into a quest. I mean, you'll be able to go back, but...
Yeah, you can go back to town immediately afterwards.
But yeah, so, like she said, we do not actually have any magic at all.
Yeah, so in this game, in this and both the original, you have levels of magic.
Yep.
And in the original, you had a certain number of times you could cast spells of each level before you need to rest it in, I believe. The GBA version, the PSP version, replaced that with MP.
Which, easier.
But there are more spells at each level than you can equip.
Yep. We got
so
our
you
usual...
have to decide what spells you want to give people. And for most levels, there is actually, like...
armor. Basically, everything here has upgrades to your current gear as well. There we go. There are Black Mage and White Mage.
Yep, Black Mage and White Mage.
Shops. I will start with Cure, at least.
So there's usually at least one spell in each level that you don't really need.
Yeah. It's also worth noting that, like, you can actually see who can equip what, basically with everything, honestly.
Yep.
We will eventually buy all these spells, but I think for now I want to start
I'm pretty sure you can't afford to buy all the spells for everyone and, like, their gear.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of have to... There's sort of, like, some early game grinding that you can do to get everyone up to a basic level. We'll see how much of that we actually end up doing. I have no idea if sleep is any good in this game.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
having never beaten the game, what does focus actually do?
Lowers a foe's evasion, which just perfect. That's what I need in my life. Probably a good idea to buy armor, at least for our frontline folks. This game does have a frontline backline system. No one can equip chainmail.
Yeah, you don't have the fighter.
Yep. I don't know if this game has an equip.
How many of those did you buy?
I should have bought 2. I may have bought 10 by mistake.
I think you bought like 8.
Powerful.
I was
bold
like,
play.
why are you buying so many? What the fuck?
I hit up instead of right, I believe, is what just happened there.
And then you like didn't see that you were paying like 320 gil?
Nope.
You need to pay attention.
Nope. Yeah, we got 6 leather armors, you never know.
Smart.
Yeah, up is, 10 of, by the way.
Okay, now you can't afford everything.
This is fine.
You could if you hadn't bought 8 leather armor. Oh, shit.
This is fine. Alright, you can set people to the back. I don't remember exactly how you do that. There's front row and back row in this.
Do you double tap them?
Hmm? Yeah, it doesn't let it happen.
Select them.
If I select and double select them, that doesn't do it. I know it's like a thing you can do in this, though.
Maybe it is.
Oh, there is no back row in this game.
Yeah, maybe FF1 doesn't have it. I think FF1 does not do it by position, or at least the original did it.
Mm-hmm.
The original had you're far more likely to be attacked if you're in the first slot than in the last slot.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I'm not sure if that carried over to the GBA version, but certainly in the original, you were far more likely to be attacked higher up you were.
Right.
In the row, so I'm guessing there isn't a back row in this one.
Bravoka.
Yeah, the NES version, so the person who was most likely to be targeted was in the first position.
Okay.
And third and fourth were least likely to be attacked. Again, I guess since I didn't put rows in, it's the same for GBA, but I wouldn't know.
Well, that's all our money spent.
Yeah,
And
well
it was
done,
all
Alan.
worth it.
You twerp.
The guard, I'll just talk to some random folks who aren't guards before we get on with, like, the story part.
Please, you must rescue the princess.
Rescue a princess? Crescent Moon, and then up and left town. Lady Sarah? Alright, so you may have noticed that we cannot actually leave town because every exit is stopped with a guard.
Will-O-Wisp was saying maybe try selecting without going through a menu.
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't mosey over to
You can't push over to there. I was trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I did think of that. So yeah, you talk to a guard and it's like, you have some crystals.
It's Lady Sarah.
Sarah.
Honestly, we would have done it with like every character if we didn't only have
6 characters.
Six characters, yeah.
Look, it's the king. So the DM basically hustles you into the king's chamber because he saw your JO crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were hoping we could pawn these crystals. Hails the world, 4 warriors of light can come. Yeah, so we get the whole big overarching story, but also our princess was kind of kidnapped. Can't dismiss this as mere coincidence.
Okay, yeah, if I go to Rose on the Final Fantasy Wiki, which is not the best for information because it's sometimes wrong, but it says FF1, it's determined by
Position.
where you, like, position, yeah. And it doesn't say in this version, so
good old Chaos Shrine. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if that was carried over.
Mm-hmm. We're skipping nothing.
We'll probably just wander headfirst into pretty much everything. Again, it has been years since I have played this game, so like, a lot of my knowledge of it is sort of questionable. Anyway,
yeah,
so we want to journey to the continent to the north, which is kind of the first I've heard of this, but you know, that's...
There's a what to the what now?
Gonna get railroaded.
continent?
Unfortunately, the bridge was kind of fucked, so the king's like, I'll put some money into public works and rebuild it if you rescue my daughter.
Yeah,
so
this is,
get going.
Rather than paying for it yourself using Isabel, you know.
Mm-hmm. Garland is no longer the man I once knew.
Mm-hmm.
Those odd bits of information, you can talk to her as a hint system, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, a literal
Or
broken bridge is the
guide.
issue here.
Luckily, there isn't actually anything to... There aren't any items or anything to pick up in town.
Okay, how about in the castle?
Not in the castle either. There's...
Okay.
I don't believe, anyway. Nope. You can talk to people, but there's nothing. There are no items in pots or anything.
Right. My sister!
You know what, my
Flevius, it makes perfect sense if you just contextualize it as a Dungeons & Dragons game.
Mm-hmm.
Just every single thing is because the DM wanted us to do it.
Uh-huh.
We talked to people around the castle, and they all seem very single-minded about saving Lady Sarah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't get access. There are some chests you get after you save.
That's what I thought. He's like, you can go raid my armory once you save her, get some good stuff.
Yep, but nothing currently. I like the guy who has done this guide. I know Mr. Keyblade 999.
Nice.
I quite like his guide.
Seen their work before.
I like his FF5 guide. That's where I remember him from.
So one thing I am definitely gonna have to do, just real quick, like, is throw in a level or two as we go up, and then and then we'll go.
Yep.
You can see we can actually take these goblins pretty easily, but
Shrine is more difficult.
yeah, as you go up the peninsula, you will very quickly run into more.
We'll also probably
enemies.
want to buy the last few spells.
Probably a good idea.
I think your gear's fine.
Yeah, the gear we actually got most of what we
After
can.
buying 8.
So, the way that damage works in this game is that it's on both a base damage system and also a number of hit system. And that's why haste is going to be incredible, because haste ups your number of hits, which ends up being a flat damage buff.
That's why even though monks and thieves aren't amazing at the start, although that monk is doing work bare-handed.
Oh yeah, no, monks are perfectly fine at doing damage at the start. It's mostly that we don't really have someone who can take damage.
Yes.
Yep, Final Fantasy, run the jewels fast.
We're murdering some goblins. I actually need to listen to the GBA music, because I love the PSP upgraded music. I have some of it on my iPod. It's real good. I love the PSP battle music so much that I can't actually remember what the GBA music sounds like.
That's fair. Anyway, we got the one level in. I think that's enough for now. I'll do a quick rest at the inn. And then we'll sort of just set out. Like, we have damage spells, we have healing spells. We'll slowly work our way up to the more powerful spells.
The GBA version absolutely it added content, it changed some of the mechanics, notably magic. The spells work, like there were a whole
yeah,
bunch of broken spells in the original that just didn't work. Flat out didn't work. That are now fixed in this version.
Yep.
It has a new script, I believe, as well.
Yeah, no, you would be able to tell if this was original translation.
Like, the GBA version is massively upgraded. And see, I think there's like 4 or 5 different official scripts for this game for all the versions. The PSP has the same script, or basically the same script as this version.
There's a cave over here.
But I believe the mobile is based on the NES one. Don't quote me on that, but it's definitely not based on the GBA version.
Well, Grint, you'll have to see.
Yeah.
Poor Carl. Doesn't have any health to his name.
Nope.
That said, the goblins aren't exactly ridiculous. Now, I want to say this shrine doesn't have much, or this thing here doesn't really have much in it.
There are, there's a leather cap, a potion, and a tent.
Right.
Apparently.
Here we go. This is basically the entrance to one of the bonus dungeons.
Oh, okay, we're not in the actual cave shrine.
No.
Then. Oh, we went somewhere else. We went in a cave, right?
There is a cave right here, and this is the first of the bonus shrines. It unlocks once you kill Lich, who is the Master of Earth.
Oh yeah, and there's a master of each element, and you get a bonus shrine based on that. It's very FF5.
Yes. Luckily, we are still actually getting,
Yes, as you can see, we have MP for our mages. Don't have... It was always the 8-bit theater, you could only cast the spell once a day.
Oh, there we go, got another level. Quite nice.
Yes, nice.
Yeah, you'll notice that, like, most of our party's health basically doubled when we got that first level. There we go. This is the Chaos
Black Mage is who's doubled now. The Black Mage is a squishy boy.
Yep.
Alright, so this is, head west, southwest corner to find the leather cap. Yeah, it isn't very complex. It's basically a big room.
Yep. I actually remember the layout of this dungeon for reasons. Yeah, the nice thing about this is you can kind of go, fight most of your first set of enemies without too much trouble.
I love the Black Mage. He's very low down on tier lists, though.
I think it's because eventually...
Magic damage eventually caps. Basically.
Yeah, basically, it falls off. Alright, so we got 5 armor on our thief now.
Also notice we have massive evade.
Just fine. Ah,
we didn't buy the rest of the spells, but I'm not all that worried. We got the most important spells.
We got the ones that make people dead, and the ones that make us not dead. Hopefully they don't attack our Black Mage again, so I can, you know, heal him up.
Can you use it outside of battle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're on a magic system, so, or, you know, like a MP system, so it's like it still is something they can do.
Yep. But I don't think you can multi-target spells.
I don't think so. That is a thing that, yeah, you can do.
Spells are either single or multi-target. You can't, like, in FF5, you could, like, do a spell for one, or you could target everyone.
Preemptive strike on a giant spider.
A giant spider. Kill it! Kill it!
Oh, he did.
So later on, Black Mage will get,
got a potion, got
multi-target
a tent.
spells.
Anything else in here?
It for chests. The other two rooms can't be opened.
So then we're in the center, right?
Yep. I think in this version you can save anywhere.
I think this version does have a quick save system. I'm not 100% sure though. Actually, no, I think this does have it anywhere.
I think you just save, right?
I'll check, but actually I think you're right, yeah.
I think they introduced that in the Game Boy Advance version, just to save anywhere.
Which, God bless.
You want to do that before entering the door.
Yep. Ah, also, I think that was a set encounter right there, because this is a harder enemy type.
Yeah.
So, out of curiosity. Oh, can I not target him with that? No, huh. Go figure.
What spell are you using?
Here,
no, there's specific magic spells to target undead. You didn't buy it.
Okay.
It's DI, I believe, isn't it?
Probably. Die, monster. You don't belong.
I mean,
in this
I
world.
didn't actually realize you didn't buy Dia. I thought you did.
We'll grab all of them as we go.
Yes, Dia magic hits undead. I genuinely thought you bought that. I didn't realize you hadn't.
It's fine. We'll make it work. Okay.
Yep, save. You can so the GBA version you can just save anywhere. Same with the PSP version. I can't remember about any other versions.
There they are. Steve, Maria, Jane, and Carl. The 4 legendary warriors of light. And yeah, it turns out that this dungeon you can literally just walk straight up into the
Alright, yeah, the PS1 did the save at inns and quick save anywhere.
Okay.
But the GBA changed it to just save anywhere.
You have any idea with who you're messing with?
Boy!
Cross swords with me. There you have it. They had to keep it, even in a retranslation.
They would never remove that.
Like the one thing anyone knows about this game. So yeah, we are immediately thrown into a fight with Garland. With Eric Garland. It's time for some game theory. Yep, time to beat the final boss. We're gonna save the kingdom, and then it's like, well, that's pretty much the world, right?
And that's the game. That's this game.
It's weird that they just have you fight the final boss right at the start, you know? Smacky.
Garlic. I actually quite like how this version looks.
Oh yeah, the sprites in this are A+. Like, this is a really good update to the sprite work. Well, good game. Hope everyone enjoyed. Yeah, a nice self-contained one-shot. We did get a longsword from him. I'm proud of us. I've come to rescue you. Princess Corneria, 4th planet in the Lilat system. Someone in chat made that joke before I did, but I was thinking it. I swear.
Sure.
We do get warped straight back, if I remember correctly. Yeah, stole his longsword, stole his spare change. Yeah, this party, no one gets an Excalibur. The one thing about knights is that they have a certain subset of gear that they are literally the only class that can equip, so if you don't go with a knight, there are several items that you actually just straight up can't equip.
Yep.
There are a few other things for certain other classes that can only be equipped by specific ones.
Yeah, but I think Knight has, like, the most.
Knight is basically the generic equipment class. There can be no doubt you killed our honestly not all that strong lead knight. Or warriors. Darkness will consume us if they can't figure out that crystal bullshit. So apparently there's a crystal you can find on the continent to the north.
Sure.
Could you look up how to look at the world map? I know there's a way, but I think you might need to buy it or something. I feel like there may also just be a stupid button combination for it, but I might be wrong.
Select and B.
Select and B, of course. My first guess. Anyway, I'll get that bridge going. I could have done it at any time, but I had some leverage, so I had to hope that you would save our princess before you could find a boat. And it worked out well for me.
Yep. It was easier to save a princess than, you know, commandeer her own boat.
Wait, just a minute.
Now she's like, take our shit. Yeah, take our shit.
He took my loot.
My shit.
I want you to have my loot.
Who doesn't want a loot?
God, that is such a triumphant sound for a loot. Calm down, folks. So I'll equip our longsword once we get to the, once we grab the armory. How do I get there? I don't quite recall.
Goodness.
Well, we are here.
No, this guy doesn't tell me.
It's somewhere in here, so I guess I'll just go wandering. There we go. A sonorous instrument of great beauty.
Yeah, this guy just says about the loot. Doesn't say about any other chests.
I should also mention that if you click A twice on an item, you get to see everyone who can equip it.
Oh, yes, yes, the thieves can equip knife, but can they equip a longsword?
Nope. No, they cannot, so...
You have? No, well, not until you get a ninja.
Yeah, basically. So basically all of these classes that you see that are like sort of secondary ones are the double classes. It's actually arranged super weirdly, although actually no, it's just the main classes up top and then there are super versions below them.
Well, we have a source of money, selling off our longswords.
Oh, we need the Mystic Key?
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the armor in either guide, so I'm guessing you can't get into it.
Yeah, maybe we can't do it just yet. The Warriors of Light. All the guards have rather generic guard speak.
Yeah, the Dungeon Master can't think of unique dialogue for every NPC.
Oh god, no. So pop your way out of the castle and...
Well, we want to go to the inn.
Yes. We're gonna go to the inn, and I'm also gonna buy all the other spells. We're gonna do our part, and you know, not just keep up the infrastructure.
Man, these guys can build a bridge. Jeez.
Happy Infrastructure Week. Oh, the GM is extremely winging it here.
Oh, yeah,
You'll find that to be a common
mage
theme.
On an MP system, we don't need any potions.
Yeah, pretty much. The White Mage sort of is mostly the heal bot, but also gets basically all of our buff spells. Except haste, weirdly enough. Oh, right. No matter where you enter Cornelia, it's always the downstairs, or the bottom of the town you enter.
Yep. These old, weird people.
So you'll notice we have more gold than we started with, or more gil than we started with. And yeah, we'll go chat with them once this is done.
We won't accidentally buy 8 leather guards anymore.
Yeah, we'll buy 8 of some other item.
Please don't. DS spells are actually really good against undead.
Right. I'd be happy to teach you about equipment. These are basically the tutorial folks. I wonder if they even, like, existed in earlier versions.
They definitely existed in the PS1 one, because I remember them.
Sleeping bags. They're sleeping bags. That's pretty much how it works. Special items.
Yeah, it's a beginner. It's a shittier version of the Beginner's Club from FF5.
Pretty much.
The Beginner's Club gave you items.
I would not like to tarry for a bit.
Nope.
Use some magic. I mean, it's all pretty basic in this game.
Buy magic. Buy magic. Buy.
Also, is there a limit to the number of
FF1
magic
had no
spells?
tutorial, but I know that I'm pretty sure the PS1 version did. I may be wrong, but I'm fairly sure I remember those dinguses.
Wonder.
I did have like 3 versions of this game, it's fair.
Right, so you can only learn 3 spells per tier. I did think that was a thing.
Yes, there's 4 you can buy, but you can only learn 3 of them.
Right. Unless you had a 4 black mage party, in which case it was party time.
Hell yeah. So definitely Dia, and then you can choose Routine, Protector, Blink. Evasion's actually pretty good in this game, but neither spell is going to be all that useful.
Right. It's only one person.
They're single person, yeah.
Also raises caster's evasion rather than, you know, all there. I think Protect might be better for this if we want someone tanking hits.
Original FF1 was tough as balls and it almost certainly had no tutorial anything. Like the PS1 version added like an easy mode.
Tutorial? No thank you. Check. Okay, yeah, no one. We basically have the best stuff we can buy from this town entirely. I mean, hey, pretty decently set up. I think I'll buy you like. Let's buy a few sleeping bags. If anyone dies, we're basically screwed because Phoenix Downs are prohibitively expensive at the moment.
Although they exist.
Yeah, that's true. They do at least exist. And I guess I'll spend the rest of it on
I don't think Phoenix Downs existed in the original FF1.
Quite possibly. Don't know if people... Ah, Mayota's Peepers, Matoya's Peepers, Apricot Ghost, thank you for the resub.
Yeah, see, I was right. The original FF1 did not have Phoenix Downs. You could only revive party members at churches. Which was a very old RPG thing, and it's still...
Why are you still here?
It's still a thing in, like, Dragon Quest games.
Yeah.
You have to go to, like, churches and stuff.
You'll notice everyone here has changed their tune to talk about Matoya, the witch.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I was right. I can now Final Fantasy 1, the Origins, I see the tutorial guides in the end. I went and looked.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the PS1 version.
Always borrow a pirate ship. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, this is basically now all the NPCs in town keep talking about an old witch in a harbor city.
In fact, those old men were added in the PS1 version.
Ah, there you go. See, it's an interesting lineage. At this point, these gobos will basically die to punches from our mages, so we're in pretty good shape here. I believe they have about 8 health.
I think so. I don't know if this version has, like, there were cinematics that were added in, like, PS1 version.
This game has a very minor number of cinematics, like this one. I'm not sure anything like this is going to appear anywhere else in the game.
No, there were a bunch of, like all the PS1 versions of, like, Final Fantasy games added, like, cinematics in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were put in this version. I'm pretty sure they were pretty sure they were put back in the PSP version.
Overwhelmed by the great task Destiny had placed for him, the DM reads off as you finish up your first session. They did not know.
Okay, so it wasn't the PS1 version the old men were added in, but it was like the Wonder Swan version?
Now we're getting real specific.
Which was like the one before the PS1 one?
Mm-hmm. So we need to relight the crystals.
Oh, there's only like a couple of cinematic scenes. They didn't add like a bunch. They added like 2 or 3 minimum.
We may play FF2 at some point, but we have a billion games to play. It's not like we're gonna play these 2 in a row, basically.
No, God, no. We're playing games we enjoy, guys.
I mean, I might enjoy playing FF2 again at some point, but it is a very silly game.
Only if we broke it. In which case I'd have to research how to break it.
I also don't know how breakable the Dawn of Souls version is.
Okay, oh, apparently the PlayStation version was, the Japanese one anyway, was basically a port of the Wonder Swan version of the game and a few things added. Like an opening FMV. Which is what I was thinking of mostly with the cinematic scenes, just like a couple of FMVs added, basically.
That ain't it. Oh, there we go. I have to hit B first and then select, and then it can figure it out.
I don't think I actually knew there was a world map, which would help.
Yeah, I think the game mentions it, like, offhand at one point.
Oh, I think if you go to, like, there's someone who has a bunch of brooms in a cave.
Yes, that is directly above us. That is Matoya.
Yes, Matoya's brooms tell you shit, so if you don't talk to them,
you get a little thing that tells you everything you got. Yeah, surprise. You have to hold B and hit select for it.
Alright, so, we can go to Matoya's cave. There's an antidote and a couple of potions.
Yep, that is my plan. And of course, we have to also hear Matoya's cave music, because it's the best.
Yeah, FF2 is broken.
It has some issues, let's put it that way.
It's legit a broken game, like, just fundamentally doesn't work as intended.
Yep. Ah, some wolves, and some warg wolves.
The warg wolves. So this is the GBA.
Oh damn, the warg wolves.
Warg wolves.
They can take a hit.
Bonk.
The regular wolves a little less so, but you know.
Yeah, you know, wolves are wolves.
The nice thing about this game is that it does have a remember cursor option, which means that you can, you know, target things and have, you know, pick specific spells and use them over and over in battle, which is nice.
Yep.
The FF2 is a very experimental game. The problem is the experiments didn't turn out all that great. Oops, I clicked
the
the
menus and everything are very similar to all their other GBA ports, your FF5.
Yeah, they did like a basic rework on the menus to make them a lot more user-friendly, basically.
And remember and stuff like that.
Yep. There we go. Matoya's Cave.
So Matoya's Cave. So yeah, these brooms tell you stuff.
Yeah. Except they tell it to you backwards. So, speaking of being able to see the map, B button select.
Yep.
That's how you learn that you can use that there's a map in this game.
Oh man, I can't play FF3. I never played it before FF5, because of course it... Well, I never had a SNES for a start, but also, you know, it didn't really come out.
My eye! I can't see a thing without my eye!
It is impossible to play FF3 after playing FF5, it just
yeah.
doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I can't see a thing without my eyeball.
Oh yeah, FF3 got the DS remake that did the 3D graphics that don't work in the DS because it's not powerful enough.
These guys really want to tell me about the map, I gotta say. Anyway, let's go steal stuff from this old lady because she can't see anything.
Nope. There's just a couple of potions and an antidote, but you know. Yep. Out the way! Out the way, shithead!
It's defending itself. Oh, right, that is a thing. They made it so that if you were walking into NPCs, they will actually move out of the way.
Yeah, FF5 does the same, yeah.
And they move faster, which is nice. It's like, I want to be there, and the game recognizes that. Get out of here.
My personal favorite old FF game is 5.
Yeah.
Don't think that should come as a surprise to anyone.
You?
Right? Burn him. Burn.
Under.
Under. I know, I really do not like the DS remakes. Like,
really seems optional whether the forests
the DS
work
remakes
or
of Final
not.
Fantasy games, they suck. They look ugly as shit. You may think differently, but I think they're hideous. When you compare it to like GBA graphics, which are old but still look really good, DS ones are just terrible.
GBA games in general had a lot of really strong
aesthetics.
Yeah.
Art styles to them.
Some of the best Fire Emblems, as far as looks go, all that kind of stuff. Uh-oh, Steve's getting a little low in the health department. So yeah, one thing is that spells are like prohibitively expensive for your first few levels, but you will very quickly start outpacing them and being able to use them, which, thank God.
Especially with MP, yeah.
Because like we started with 10, we're now at like 78 or 70, 40 and 56. I can word.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with Validon. Like, for me, good pixel graphics will always outstrip crappy 3D. And if I could have FF4 DS remake and all its added stuff in the one that looked like the GBA version, I would take it. It would be the best version of the game. Also, yes, Jane is slightly low health. Oh, FF6 is good. I don't think anyone actually raised for that one, but 6 is a good game. It's my second favorite, I think.
You're gonna laugh, but I've never actually played Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Maybe we have to do that one.
Alright, let's see where we're headed next. Ah, there we go. There is literally only one place we could possibly head. It is the nice thing about having a map all this time. You can really sort of see the line of your adventure.
Yeah, the problem is when you get a ship.
Well, actually, it does limit you a bit when you first get a ship, as we will see. Also,
even then, I was like, shit, I don't know where to go!
I am gonna have to do some crowd control here. Holy.
Look, I will add 6 to the list of games, but do you know how long it is? I'm gonna count them. I'm not gonna tell you what they are, because they're all gonna be surprises. But on our main games to stream list, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sleep actually
11,
seems
12.
like a good plan here, yeah.
Let me add FF6. 13.
As Steve gets straight murdered by all these wolves.
And that's not including all the other games we have planned for all our other different categories. We have a lot of games in the pipeline.
Yeah.
And then we think of new games like this one. No, do you play? I'll play 13. Fuck yeah. I love 13. Eve is you'll be fine. They're all asleep.
Yep. Yeah, no, getting to sleep was, on almost everyone, was, definitely the play there.
Yeah, I didn't realize sleep was, multi, which
Yes.
is actually really good.
Sleep is all foes to sleep.
Nice.
These wolves are fast. I think Goblin Guards aren't actually all that strong. The Warg Wolves are far more powerful.
Could be. I should really get a bestiary up.
Probably a
Sure
good
there's one.
idea, yeah.
Yes, there's a bestiary. Hello.
Not attacking empty space BS. Thank God.
I'm pretty sure the GBA version and everything added like a bestiary you can look at in the main menu and stuff. Like
you can
FF5
actually
has one
look
as
at
well.
it here.
Just like FF5, there is an option to look at it here.
Yeah, if you go into config for some reason, it's in here.
Yeah, it's in config. I don't know why it's
for
there,
whatever
but...
reasons. Yeah, goblins have 8 HP, guards have 16 HP. Meanwhile, these warg wolves here have 72 HP.
Yeah, all the GBA versions added bestiaries, which are real good.
Yep, quite helpful. Even shows you like treasures.
Also,
you can get from
FF12
them.
is actually on our list, I'm pretty sure.
I love 12, and we really want to both play the international Zodiac version.
9's on our list as well.
Hello, quote-unquote lizard.
Yeah, that's a lizard. If you say so, game. If you say so.
Ah, yes, a lizard. Thief is doing pretty good in the HP department right now. I mean, relatively speaking. That had 1 health! That thing got down to 1 health there.
See, I really don't mind 13's linearity. It's actually refreshing after all
I'm being
the games
stomped by horses. I hate this.
All these games are like, yeah, you have an open world, but it's actually completely linear. Like, 13 at least doesn't bother hiding that, and it's actually thematically appropriate, but I could talk about 13 all day. Let's talk about 1. These are some crazy-ass horses.
Crazy horse!
Actually, what's so crazy about this? They seem like unicorns rather than horses, actually.
That is true. Well, maybe that's what makes them so crazy.
What, the people call them horses
They're
instead
actually
of unicorns?
Maybe that's like what people...
I'm not a horse!
What people call them. Wow, that's one crazy horse. It has a horn. That's a pretty crazy horse right there.
It's just, Thief and Ninja will eventually be our dodge tank.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, don't appear in very often in video games. There are some that have them.
Crazy horse!
I mean, more recently, and as a chance to talk about my favourite game, Xenoblade Chronicles has Gunman, who's a dodge tank.
Ah, yes. Completely out of MP, baby.
Nice,
Luckily, we are right down here at the next town. Bravo,
oh my god, you cannot like 13-2 over 13. Go away. Get out. Get out. Okay, fine. Yes, the gameplay is better, but get out. The story of that game is such garbage. I wanted to kill things. At 13-2, the dialogue's atrocious. The story's atrocious. The main characters. Noel needs to die in a fire. He's awful. He needs to die in a fire. The only thing 13-2 had going for it was it took the gameplay of 13 and added a whole bunch of quality of life shit. But 13 is the far superior game, and I'm not having an opinion that's different.
Those blasted pirates, they're running
13-2
around
retcon
pillaging.
the ending of 13, I will never forgive it.
Those dang pirates. So, okay, I know that if I talk to those pirates, I will get into a fight immediately. So let's go around town.
You might want to buy some spells. We're getting our level 2 magic spells.
Have a chat with folks, you know?
Although, magic spells are now getting really shit hot gear. And especially like that iron armor that's all over gil, and each spell is 250 gil.
Well, we're not getting the iron armor, luckily.
Yes, thankfully here we're not, but yeah, and if you had a knight...
yeah, you could spend a lot to make your
you'd have to choose between magic and armor here.
Yeah. I'll see what's on sale in the magic shop. Thank God for auto run. I say as I bump into like 5 or 6 things. It's fine. There we go. We finally get our level 1 blizzard, or our first blizzard spell, and that's absolutely going on. Blind foes, raises an ally's attack, and slow. I feel like slow is probably better than dark.
You definitely want temper. Temper is
right, the
one
buff.
of the best spells in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was talking more about our final one, although I may not go and actually buy them until we have a bit more gil.
I mean, Blizzard for sure, and then it's slow or dark is 6.5 dozen.
Yeah, temper is like one of the reasons to keep
in
a
the
black
original
mage.
game. It's one of the spells that is legit broken.
But
it does work in this version.
Boring stuff in this.
Temper is not broken in the GBA version of this game.
Yeah.
It in fact works as intended and is really good.
Alright, I think I will buy a scimitar. Now we have 84 gil.
Go buy more leather armor.
Yeah, I guess I'll pour that. I'll invest the rest of that into leather armor. We also would potentially be able to buy some leather stuff. I think I'll sell my stuff, and then we'll go fight some pirates.
Yeah. I don't think there's any point in holding on to anything.
Absolutely none in this game. Like, hell, I should probably just sell this longsword for a little extra cash.
Did you look at white magics? I can't remember.
I looked at them, they were mostly status stuff. Because, like, by the time we get someone who can actually use a longsword, we'll be so much better off.
Yeah, there's no shock is I think, one of the ones that people say you can't get.
Okay. 11 leather gloves, baby! We actually still have 490 gil. I'll go fight the pirates after we've equipped everyone. Put on some gloves, everybody. Meanwhile, our mages still only have clothes.
In the way of items to get in town. It's supposed to just buy what you can afford.
Yep. And then go have a
save
fight.
and fight some pirates.
Yar-har,
we could buy another white mage spell, but
yeah, we'll be able to do it afterwards.
Yep.
Bickle's Biccaneers, or Bix Biccaneers.
Yes, I don't think people want to see us do a party of 4 white mages on stream.
You've got cannonballs of steel to be taken on the great pirate Duke. Keel haul 'em, boys.
Keel haul, boys.
Make their bones go crunch. Pirates in video games is my favorite accent.
Drop the sword in the mist. Yarr.
So yeah, this is a pretty big fight.
Yeah, but they've all got like no health, so.
Yep.
Yeah, this true party is still the refuge. Oh yeah, you might want to sort your items.
Never. Who would do such things?
And yes, funnily enough, the guy does recommend the sleep spell.
Yeah, it's actually really useful in like these gigantic multi-enemy encounters. A boss fight,
these guys only have like 24 health each, so they're not particularly dangerous.
Hello, Preston's Preeton's preaching.
Hello.
Really likes missing the guy in the middle.
Fuck that guy.
Let's try out our new Blizzard spell.
If you kill someone, you don't whiff in this version, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
they will auto-retarget.
I'm pretty sure that didn't happen in the original. I'm pretty sure in the original you whiffed. If you, hit something and like he killed something and then someone else attacked it.
Yep.
Yeah, of course you're using it, guy. I mean, I'm not like leading him around with it, but I have it open.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I have played this game before, so...
Yeah, people are confirming you whiffed. I do remember that. I vaguely remember that being in the PS1 version, you whiffing.
It was just a thing that wasn't a thing before, you know? Like, auto-retargeting wasn't really a thing when this game first came out.
It's so difficult to because there are so many versions of this game, it is so difficult to figure out which games implemented which.
Right, which was the first one that did the whole thing. Pretense preaching, we're pretty much just doing whatever we feel like. This is just our main game currently. We've already done 5.
9 because he's never beaten it, and it's great. And 12 on the list because we both really like.
Wow, you really killed all me mates. I guess you can have my ship now because it's not.
Forgive?
Yeah, forgive me, an old pirate.
Forgive me.
You obtain a ship.
He's just a ship. You basically beat up a guy and took his ship.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, we're not going to stream all the Final Fantasy, we're just streaming which ones we like.
We're the heroes of light. That makes us the good guys. Nope, nope, not that way. Nope, not that way. Nope, there you go.
I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy Origins, which is 1 and 2 in the PS1, did not have MP. So if it didn't have MP, it probably didn't retarget.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure MP was introduced in this version of the game.
Reduces lightning damage by half. Seems like a useful thing to have. Silence also might be useful. Blind, cures darkness, which also is useful. Blind is probably a good idea to just have, because there will be enemies that blind you. There will be enemies that give you cool shades.
Yep. Invis is more useful than the one on the first level, because you can give anyone evasion.
Right.
Which might actually be quite useful for you in a ninja party.
That's fair, yeah. Probably a decent thing to have. Anyway, we're down to 100 gil now, but we've pretty much got everything we need. Oh, this motherfucker. This is the only way back into the center, into the other side of town. Also, although they will get out of your way, they will do it in a random direction, and sometimes that'll, like, get them blocked, so they'll have to pick another one.
Yep.
It's good. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break to pee, and we will go find our pirate ship. Be right back.
How dare you? How dare you? Get back here!
Later!
Our little sprites. This version is actually a slight downgrade graphically from the PS1 version. But it's pretty similar graphically. But yeah, the PS1 game had the old magic system, I think. There's like a whole giant page on the Final Fantasy wiki dedicated to the version differences. Because there are a lot of versions of this game and a lot of different version differences. And different sort of streams where games went to. A few different scripts. Oh, the mobile phone version has a... so the mobile... Yeah, I was right. The mobile phone version is based on the NES version, but with a retranslated script and fixed the bugs, but it still sucks. Because why wouldn't... Base it on the GBA version, it's way better. The PSP version is, I'm pretty sure, based on the GBA version.
Okay, pirates.
Hello. So I looked it up and I was right, the mobile phone version is based on... or at least the first one was based on the NES version.
There are many monsters in the Aldean Sea. Best be careful.
The iOS, the new mobile phone version is...
Loon! Thank you for the host.
Thank you! So there's been like 2 different mobile phone versions of this game, which is kind of incredible.
Ah, here we go. We actually are getting NPCs sort of hinting to us where we're supposed to go next. A town far to the west.
Okay, so the iOS version, gameplay-wise, is the same as the PSP version.
You can get around this way. Let's see what everyone in town has to say, and then we will head out.
Oh god, the
Thank you so
iOS
much.
version's bugged.
Whoa, speaking of bugs, that's different.
What happened there?
That was weird. I don't know. Viper Megas and Frauder5, thank you for the follows.
Thank you.
Don't think
PSP
there are any
version is
ports. Ship can only make landfall at a port. Yeah, you get a whole lot of random facts from these NPCs who have now appeared.
Yeah, mobile versions of games. I can't believe there are 2 mobile versions of this game. That's kind of incredible.
Elves living across the sea. Fallen into a deep sleep and hasn't woken up. I want to talk to this person, lady. Out of the way!
Move!
She is so gonna walk in front of my thing.
Yeah, this town has a lot
No!
This town has a lot of NPCs that tell you about things in the map.
Yep.
So that, like, this is where I got lost and confused.
That's
first playing this game
perfectly
on the PS1
fair.
version. So many years ago.
Omni Technomancer, thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Take a quick look at our map, so you'll see that we're over here, and we'll have a ship here.
Yes.
Anything that has this little, like, L, or all these white lines here, these are ports that you can land the ship at. So those are sort of...
You can land and go to that town, and you have no money to buy all of the upgrades in there.
Which town?
The one at the bottom.
Ah, yeah, this one.
Yeah, that one.
We'll get some money
There's
out
like
of
level 3 and level 4 magics, and you can't afford any of that shit.
Actually, let's take a look at our magic thing real quick. There we go. So we have level 1 and level 2 magic right now. As long as you can buy a spell, you can use it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think red mages get cut off at a certain level of magic.
I think it might be 4, but I could be wrong.
Some of the magic spells may return a message implying your magic level is too low. Ah, so maybe you can only use it if you're at a certain level.
Mackie.
It's been too long,
Yeah.
and I never beat this game. You may have to be a certain level.
Quite possibly. This, I mean, again, D&D. This is ask your DM and they'll tell you on the spot whether something works or not. And yeah, the Peninsula of Power is in fact a thing in this. I don't remember exactly much about it specifically, but...
Yeah, as always, the red mage only goes up to a certain level of white and black.
Yep, but they can
Spells.
use both.
Yep.
So it's great in the early game and
they
awful
are
later.
chuftier than both the white and the black mage.
Yeah, you can actually use them as a physical class in this game.
I don't know if they can wield long swords.
I think they can, actually. I could be wrong.
I think they were, one of the classes that can actually wield swords.
Yes,
You can actually
LaRose, there are
use
boat
physically.
random encounters.
Yes, just like FF5 and a bunch of the other games that had a boat, you fight Sahagins on boats.
Yeah, I think actually that Red Mage has like the second most equipment options as well.
Yeah.
At least I think. Alright, this might
The other
kill
thing
me,
is
so I'm just gonna
they're
real
a very
quick.
versatile class, but they're outclassed by every specialist class, sort of thing.
Eventually. Alright, let's hope we don't die.
So the guide is basically telling us to go to that town. Hello.
This one here.
Yeah. Elfheim? That's where we're going, right?
Oh, that's also part of the reason why you go to a town, to get it marked off on your maps. You know in the future. Okay, these guys aren't nearly as scary as I was expecting. It seems like they're okay.
Cobras.
The Cobras.
How many of this guide is like, buy the spells? I'm like, how are we supposed to afford any of these spells?
Grinding, baby. Ah, Elfheim, the town of the elves.
Elfheim.
Please help our prince. Well, this sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's wanting us to go west from Elfheim.
Right, okay. So, these nunchucks are basically a huge trap, because once again, you will lower your damage using equipping them versus just equipping your, or just using your fists.
Yeah, boat trips, because the DM wants to attack you with monsters.
Yep.
Never
The
get
monk
on
actually gets a
boat.
ton of random weapons that are all worse than its fists. Yeah, I'll throw some more at weapons. Damage is good. I love doing damage.
Yeah, rule of thumb, early Final Fantasies, yeah, ships have encounters, but airships don't. Unless you're in FF6, where you're flying around in your airship and suddenly some giant motherfucker attacks you and you're like, what the actual fuck?
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
I was blindsided by that guy and I was not happy.
When the time is right, the future is revealed to me. I shall wait patiently to tell you about something much, much later. Wow, that's an expensive armlet, baby.
So yeah, all the level 3 white and black spells cost 1,000 gil each. The level 4, 2,500 spells.
We're close.
Get dear real fast, and you have to buy them for each of your magic characters. Like, I think if you have a red, a white, and a black, you have to buy
separately for each one.
Yes.
We are finally basically fully clothed. It took quite a while.
Evolve those fists, oh yeah.
Fell off that scimitar for a little extra, you know, bumming around money. Ah yes, punch damage tied directly to level. And fists will eventually become the most powerful thing in the game.
Most powerful force known to mankind!
Basically. We'll take a quick look at the spells.
Yeah, we'll have a look, see what they are.
The prince doesn't awaken, there'll be no king!
For the most part, they're upgraded versions of what we have, but not all of them.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, wandered into an ancient castle. Just a whole place giving me the creeps. Yeah, trust only your fists. Swords will never help you.
I'm glad you approve of our character names. We came up with that when we figured out we were doing FF1. We were quite proud of coming up with our names.
We always invest a lot of effort into our naming system.
Hell yeah, we do.
Mostly that we think of one funny joke and then run with it the entire time.
Yep.
I see a gravestone.
Oh goodness, you see a gravestone?
Here lies Link.
It's
Fucking
like
rip.
You're not long-sighted, or you wouldn't be able to see it. It's that in your face.
So yeah, there's Kira, Diara, Null Blaze, Heal, which is a cure-all spell.
Which is, yeah.
So we will definitely want those at some point, but we will have to do a little more adventuring for that to be an option.
It is definitely handy. You can
Kira,
also, I think you
Hold,
can also...
Pandara, and...
I don't think we're set in our spells. I think we can actually replace spells.
I have no idea.
I think so.
I don't know how it would work exactly, though.
Why don't you just buy it and replace one of the spells you already have?
It says you're full when I tried buying one earlier.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I wonder if you can delete spells if you go in magic.
I was looking, I don't think so. Ah, yes, actually, discard. I think you have to rebuy the spell afterwards.
Yes, yes.
So it's not very advisable.
But the thing is, if you have a spell that's useful at the start and then not very useful by the end, whereas one of the other spells is shit at the start and more useful at the end.
Ah, there we go. There's a second White Mage shop here that also has Poison of Fear, Null Frost,
yes, there's
and
level
Box.
3 and the level 4 spells in this town.
Right. Including Sleep Aura. There's Haste. Oh god. Haste is disgusting, especially with the monk and the thief. We shall see.
Yep.
Also a sage. Yeah, we're getting some random graphical glitches sometimes in towns.
Weird.
It's probably just the emulator.
Yeah, it must be. Probably just one of our settings on it.
Potentially, yeah. So there's also the Elven Castle.
Yes, basically, yeah. All the guides recommend like sitting outside here and grinding, but
we'll be back.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No. No. Haste is usually the best buff.
Yeah. Well, it's because in an ATB system, it just means that your bar goes up faster and you just sneak attacks in under the enemy. In this game, it's a flat DPS buff.
Yep, Temper and Haste is the...
Damn, that Dark Elf King, Astos.
Your Black Mage is actually way better as a buffer than an actual Black Mage by the end of this game.
Yep. Being able to put up your physical classes is going to be far more useful, basically.
Yeah, because the magic caps way earlier than physical.
We're a friendly bunch.
I actually don't know if there's Berserk in this game. I guess we'll find out.
Yep, we will see. Ah, there's our Sleepy Prince. 5 years, and no one has done anything about it, huh?
Ah, the guy doesn't actually go to the castle.
Yeah, well, so that's because, like, this is the next story thing, and in the same way that you could actually have just completely ignored ever talking to the king, you can just go to Garland and go kill him.
Some games, actually, if you enter the town, it won't, like the first town, Cornelia, it won't actually let you leave.
Yeah.
Like a soldier appears.
Yes, that happened to us, actually,
that
here.
Happened there, yeah. You have to, like, a soldier appears, and you have to go to the castle.
By the way, one thing I should mention about the world, even though we did get a ship, like, ridiculously early, because there's this little inland sea here, we are actually super constrained as to where we can go.
Yeah, I think it's after this that I got real.
Or actually, it's...
stuck.
This is a surprisingly long set of quests, I would say. I know our next destination is right here. Because we need to find something for the...
What discouraged me was, I'm one of these people that has to get upgrades, like, now.
Right.
So when I first played this game and I saw the level 3 and 4 spells, I was like,
the game gives you a ton of options that you kind of aren't supposed to go for, but that,
I was like, let's grind for them, and I got bored and stopped.
Yeah. How could I not do it? The game has presented it to me. Which is definitely understandable. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't sleep in an inn, which is going to be super important here.
I guess I also thought that with this town having such upgrades, pretty much immediately after I just got to level 2, I sort of assumed this was, like, not where I was supposed to go. Because I'm like, why would I get level 3 and level 4, which I definitely cannot afford?
Yeah.
Way out of my price range.
Right. It's a bit weird pacing-wise, for sure.
So, like, am I really supposed to go here?
Right. Should I be here? But yes, it should be mentioned that the way that encounters work in this game is a bit strange in that there are sometimes there will be specific squares where every time you step on that square you will get a specific encounter.
Yeah, which why people can root around them.
Which usually means that if you were going on a place and getting hit every single square, you should probably go somewhere else. The game is giving you a strongly worded message that you probably shouldn't keep going the way you're going. Anyway, I'm gonna pop back into town and go to the inn again, yes. I forgot that I didn't go to it when we first walked into town.
Yeah. Called Creeps. Yeah, I can see it. It's also kind of funny how the castles and the towns are different areas. I mean, most games after this incorporated them, not all of them.
Right. You know, just go up this way to go into the castle. 5 has separate towns and castles.
Yeah.
Anyway, so pop outside and then we will continue
We're really not doing very well on raiding these castles, though.
No, they're really, they've been sealed up tighter than your average Final Fantasy castle.
Which, you know, we played FF5 and we raided all the castles. We played Breath of Fire 2, we raided all the castles.
I do like that the game can't seem to decide what layer it wants our thing to be on.
That must be a VBA thing.
Yeah, it is absolutely a VBA thing. Like, sometimes we're on top of the forest, sometimes we're, like, you know, in the forest.
Might have to, like, mess with some of the VBA settings.
Quite possibly. We shall see. Ow. Yeah, werewolves are actually really strong. I don't know if they're undead or not. Let's find out. Nope.
Nope.
Worth a shot. Because werewolves are actually, like, the 3rd tier of wolf enemy.
Yeah. They're actually, less health than the wargwolves.
Oh, do they?
They're 68, but they do poison, so... But they're only about as strong. Slightly more defense, less evasion, gives you more gil and experience. So yeah, they are the next tier, but I think they took off some HP in favor of the fact that they poisoned the shit out of you.
Yeah. Wonder if we have any antidotes.
We definitely have one. We got one from the cave.
Right.
Toya's cave.
I wonder if we should get some antidotes.
We should probably stock up on some antidotes.
Yeah, I remember this being basically we would either want to get Poisona or some antidotes. So maybe we actually do go get the money for Poisona real quick, because we are at 6,500. Because I know that the upcoming area is pretty poisonous.
We've got some gil, do we?
We have like 600 right now. Is Poisona level 3 or level 4?
Level 4.
Ah, damn, so that's 2,500, right?
Yeah, I'd probably just buy some antidotes and push through.
Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. I'm not sure how poisonous this place is.
Let me have a look. So there's the werewolves.
I do love the I'm casting a spell thinking.
Cobras can poison as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is the GBA version.
This is GBA, yes.
Is there a DS version of FF1? I don't think so.
I'm sure there would be like some way to play it on a DS, but I don't believe it was like actively released.
There was a bunch of really weird ones after, you know, the Famicom and then the NES, then the Wonder Swan, because of course it was a Wonder Swan version. Then there was Origins on the PS1, which was 1 and 2. Then there was GBA version, which is also 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, the DS runs GBA games.
Yeah, there we go. We're on top of the forests at the moment.
Yeah, it doesn't really count as a DS game though if you plug your GBA cart into the DS.
Yeah, it was a DS
I'm
game.
not giving you that. I had the fat DSs. I played GBA games on them. So yeah, there was then there was a mobile phone version, because that's after the GBA version but before the PSP version. There was a mobile phone version.
Yeah, Steve, tank all those hits.
As a Java game, which is weird. Then there was the PSP version. Then released the Virtual Console on the PSN, but that's like the old versions on the, you know, those networks. Yeah. And then there was the iOS version.
Like we were saying earlier, this game has a hell of a lineage.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't remember if there's anywhere to go except for the steps that are sort of to our, or like the, I guess, swampy section that's sort of to our down and left.
Okay, there's a 3DS port of the PSP version-ish.
Intriguing.
This is the Anniversary Edition, which I believe is the PSP one. Oh, yes, the PSP in honor of the 20th anniversary of FF1. It was remade for the PSP.
Ah. You will notice that the Black Mage actually gets a lot more MP than the White Mage to begin with, because you're sort of expected to use the Black Mage as a spell bot a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice. I like that that consideration is there.
Yep.
In this newer version.
Yeah, there's a lot of different versions, but there is no DS version. Thank God, because they probably would have put those terrible...
Soracell, thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow.
Why did that not play on my thing?
Oh,
Because others have been playing.
I played on mine.
That's even weirder.
But it's not on my Streamlabs.
Say again?
Like, it's not on my Streamlabs. Like, it's not there. But it played, like, I heard the sound.
Yeah, I didn't hear that at all. I don't think it displayed. Let me try resending that. There it goes.
Right,
Weird.
There it is. It's in my Streamlabs now. I can't believe it played for me, but not for you, but you could see it and I couldn't.
Right?
That was strange.
So pardon the Windows noises. Keep everyone a little topped
the
on.
iOS version basically took the PSP upgraded graphics and then made them a bit shittier.
Nothing over here. Nothing but wolves. That said, these are the regular wolves, so they're not...
Because it sits west to the Marsh Cave?
Yes. I know where it is. It's like way west. Thank you, Doc. And also welcome.
Welcome. I'm glad everyone approves of our fantasy names. It isn't just Steve,
yeah,
Jane,
Carl the
Maria,
elf.
and Carl. Yeah, they also, the iOS version has shittier music than the PSP version, which sucks, because the PSP music is real good. Well, welcome for however long you can stay, Doc.
Yeah, we'll be going for another
Half
hour-ish. A little extra. We'll see how far we get in that. We actually will probably get to what is going to be one of the hardest encounters of the game for this party. So that'll be fun.
Yep.
There we go. We actually are starting to out DPS the wolves, so if we could just go faster than them, that'd be good.
Apparently the iOS version has this really weird bug where instead of, you know, when you level you get like a random value within a range for your stats, HP or MP go up either by the minimum or the maximum possible value.
Ah, of course.
And the minimum value is picked 15 times more often than the maximum value.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Yeah, that Chrono Trigger
which is the port of the terrible mobile version.
Yep.
The FF5 mobile version is also terrible. I mean, it's not just terrible because of the graphics. It's terrible because they took all the weird strats you can use for beating bosses and decided, no, fuck you. Fuck you, you're not allowed to beat the boss.
So anyway, this is the hole that we want to go into.
Is this the hole?
This is the hole.
Where we're going.
Yep.
This is where we're going.
Let's turn ourselves into bean pods. I remember the sleeping bags in this game look hilarious.
That is pretty hilarious.
Yes, it is worth noting that you gain health but not magic back from sleep pods.
Yeah,
so we have like no way to get
gives
magic going.
The mobile version of games to Steam, and it's terrible.
Welcome to Marsh Cave.
The only decent.
Alright, which way am I going? Because this is going to be another Breath of Fire situation where we'll just get into more random encounters.
North.
Okay.
On the path next area, upon entering, head straight to the northeast corner. Yeah, I think the only,
Head which way?
northeast corner.
Got it.
And we're returning to the stairway and heading northwest.
Ah, a dagger. Which I don't think we need. And then back to the stairway?
Northwest.
Ah, okay.
Find another chest in the northwest corner.
Got it.
This one has a bunch of gil in it.
Nice.
Thank God for that.
Ah, some Garg oil.
I keep trying to say, I think FF9 is the only iOS port that doesn't suck.
I believe Carl already has a dagger. Also, oh!
Oh, Jesus, these gargoyles.
Master of the Run. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you. We are getting fucking owned.
We're getting our butts handed to us by some Gargs. Yeah, it turns out when enemies get multiple attacks as well, they power up quite a bit.
Yep. I haven't actually played the FF9 remaster. I really want to.
Yeah, like I said, Will-O-Wisp, this is going to be one of the hardest boss fights in the game coming up.
It's gonna be fun. But the thing is, the FF9 remaster didn't keep the extremely weird co-op you can do in FF9. So I think we'll probably stream the original version of FF9 so we can do the extremely weird co-op. Because it should be real fun. These guys are gonna kick your ass too, aren't they?
It's Dia in this game, Arrowman. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
The real thing is we're gonna run out of healing here.
Yeah, oof.
What I may need to do is go out and sleeping bag instead of, because we are very far away from magic right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that one.
Okay, so I think it's the southwest corner for 2 more chests.
Okay.
And then we're backtracking to the entrance of the
Good,
dungeon.
because I will definitely pop back out. Ah, God, we were ambushed.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's a dragon. It's a Dragon Quest. It's DQ Dragon Quest. That's why I was...
Dairy Quest. Rip Steve. I do remember this cave being a real fucker.
I wish we had DR right about now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we met one of these ghouls at the start of the game.
We did, yes. Yeah, we might just be dead.
I think
I think we'll survive this fight. We
Yeah,
have to
there we
figure out
go.
what to do next, though, is the big thing.
you might want to... How much skill have we got?
We did get a decent amount of gil.
It might be worth,
Going back to town.
To buy...
Yeah, I may go back to town at, like, full, you know, like, speed up on the emulator. Yeah, I remember the encounters in this place aren't huge, but they are, quite punchy. Probably use my 1 Phoenix down on Steve, but I don't know. There are going to be quite a few fights between us and home.
Yeah, it might be worth it.
That's adorable, Mr. Green Slime. I don't remember how much health you have, but I will kill you!
I like the Dragon Warrior games. I liked the Dragon Warrior Monsters game.
Ragni, thank you for the host.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, giant snot bats.
For the Game Boy Color, the Dragon Warrior Monsters game was awesome.
Also, we have finally hit the point where not everyone... Oh, right, I didn't buy a Phoenix down.
Oh, dude. Sleeping Mags and Tents revive?
No.
No, okay. Well, Steve is dead.
Rip Steve. Did I go past the doorway?
I don't know.
I don't think
so. It's like a linear path. I don't think you went past it.
Ah, yes. Bring 99 heal potions. I mean, Dia at least helps in this cave for the crowd control. Right, you just go around this and the stairs.
Yeah, we need to make
here.
a choice. Thank you, Ragni. This is a great group. So we can probably buy... How much have we got? A couple of thousand by the time we get to home. Heal might be a good investment. RE.
Probably a decent idea, yeah. Like, we can't buy ethers yet, which is also an issue.
No, you could buy Diara for this cave and heal, which are both level 3, which is 1,000 each. Or you could buy Fira
Time to bean up again.
and heal.
Fira is also probably a pretty good play here.
Yeah, Fira would be good against these guys, and it leaves White Mage for healing only, rather than...
Rip Steve.
Rip Steve. So yeah, that might be the play. How much money have you got?
I mean, we'll have more once we're through this.
Yes.
With all of our ambushing.
Yeah, if we level up again, the extra MP will also. But we have to revive poor Steve.
Poor Steve, gonna be behind everyone in levels. These aren't quite so bad. But yeah, I do remember this cave being hell.
Yeah.
It's awful. Poor dead Steve. Just gotta carry his corpse everywhere.
Yep.
We have 4,100 right now.
Oh, 4,000. Okay, that's good. We probably can't use level 4 spells yet, though I have no idea when you can use...
What actually constitutes being able to use level 4 spells. We have 3 casts of Cure left. But we are at least back into the less dangerous zones.
Okay, magic level to it's related to character level, so you can cast level for white, for both white and black mage. For level 3, you need to be level 8.
Okay.
And for level 4 spells, you need to be level 13.
Okay, I believe we're like level 10 now, maybe 11.
Yeah, so we can't actually cast the level 4s, but we can buy a bunch of the level 3s. And definitely Fira and Heal. And Cura is probably a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
And then... I don't think any of the others are particularly...
necessary.
So is there any more gear we could get, or are we fully kitted out in terms of gear?
I believe we're kitted out. I could be wrong. I hope Maria doesn't die like she just did.
She died! Oh shit.
I wasn't paying attention to help at all.
Run?
That's probably would have been the correct move here.
Because you're dead.
Boy, how far are we gonna get put back, I wonder?
I don't know when you last save stated.
Back in the cave.
Oh shit!
Well, this is gonna get fun.
Fucking heal up and save state.
Yeah, I was not paying attention to my health because I was speeding along.
Save state.
Slight mistake was made there. Very, very mild. I guess we won't get to the hardest fight in the game. This stream, it's looking like.
Fine, we still have 20 minutes.
Ah,
Run,
a preemptive
run,
strike.
Run. Whee! Oh god, oh fuck!
It's just a billion wolves! It's just a billion wolves!
There's so many wolves!
As long as we hit the run chance, we're okay. I'm just gonna like, you know, on the off chance that this happens again. Nimius, thank you for the host. Okay, we're not dead. Let's drag everyone's corpses to the church.
Oh, yeah. I don't actually know how much it costs.
200. So we're paying 600.
Well, we can't afford a 4th spell anyway.
Lurker Bees and Sweet Whiskey, thank you for the follow. As always, we very much appreciate follows.
Hell yeah, we appreciate everything. Thank you so much.
As we drag our corpses back to town.
To get 3 spells and then maybe some items.
Yeah, stock up on what we can.
Yeah, we'll check to see. Yeah, I think most of the stuff that's left is for the night.
Yes, deals fire damage to all foes.
Very handy. That's gonna be super fucking handy.
Incredibly good and strong and necessary.
And yeah, probably rather than Tiara, Cura, and Heal.
And then spend 100 at the inn just to make sure I don't forget that shit.
Yep.
Because everyone here is very much a corpse.
Oh god, I forgot it revives you with 1 HP.
Oh, of course.
Fucking dick.
Of course.
Especially since it costs a lot of money to stay at this inn.
Yeah, inns just get more expensive throughout the game.
Is it based on your level? Or is that different Final Fantasy?
No, I believe it's based on town, actually.
Based
like, if
on
we
town,
went
it's
back
like
to the
price
first
per town.
town, it would still be super cheap.
definitely, I don't even know if it's an FF game, but there's definitely games where it goes up based on like your level and it sucks.
You always have to pay more and more money. Alright, so... Tent, actually. That's what we're buying.
Yep, good plan.
We are spending all of our money on some tents so that we no longer have to sleep in the beam.
Spend the rest on like 2 antidotes.
We have 10 antidotes still. I'm of 2 minds.
Up to you, it's 100 gil. We're gonna get another 2 chests of gil in that cave.
Okay, well, our party battered and bruised, but not completely broken.
We also have a broadsword to sell.
Ah, we do. I actually did forget about that.
Good thing you can just sell your swords and your armor now.
Yeah, my sword collection is basically completely useless until we finally unlock the ninja. Against the ninja. Alright, well, we'll kind of keep that as pocket change for now, I think.
Yeah, we'll keep that for now. I think we're set.
And so, Steve, Maria, Jane, and Carl set out from town once again.
Now that Jane has dragged their corpses back to town to revive them at the church, they return to the Cave of fucking Death.
Hell Cave. Hey, how about fuck yous? How about just fuck all of you?
Much improvement. How much does Fira cost?
A bunch.
Jane is the real hero for sure.
Fira costs, looks like 32. 15. Okay. Oh, right, because everyone leveled.
0079, thank you for the follow.
Thank you. Alright, now that we have tents, I am actually a little less worried about everything. I forgot that you could actually stock up on tents in that town.
Yeah.
Which is a huge boon because you can get AP back.
Which will be helpful because you go into the cave with MP.
Yep. Yeah, I actually had thought that you could get those items, you know, like MP restorers. So I am happy that that is in fact the case. This will go much better the second time around.
Yep.
So we're going back to the, we're going south at the entrance of the cave, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm feeling a little less tense, yes. Yeah, Jane will definitely get a bonus level that'll be RP'd nicely for her heroics. Aunt Dat.
Yeah, I think our very squishy party just got squished.
Yeah, it's been known to happen. Being able to heal out of squishitude does at least mean that we'll be able to unsquish ourselves, basically. Whereas, like, before, when all we had were tents, we were, our sleeping bags, we were kind of screwed in that regard. Don't think I need it just yet, although I may have to come out later. So we're going south, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's just this south room, a bunch of chests, and then the boss.
Right. I remember where the boss is. Ah, Grooze.
The grey ooze.
The Grooze.
Grooze. They're actually blue.
Yeah, gray is a bit of a misnomer here. Ah, right, it's the green ones that are all super resistant to physical. These guys aren't nearly as dangerous, although they do hit like trucks. Shocking, I know. Yes, Ivan Grooze. Let's see. Heal costs 10, as does Kira. Good to know.
Yeah, these ones like murdering Steve. Or Steve.
Or Steve.
He's in front, so all enemies should like murdering Steve.
Yeah, it's very predictable that an enemy would want to murder Steve.
Probably go with a heal.
Yeah, he seems to.
I wanna see how
Questionable
much
whether
he
we'll
heals
even
as
get to
well.
it.
Yep.
Because he probably dies.
Yep. I have to imagine it's more cost effective than cures and everyone.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
cost effective.
Yeah, it looks like it's basically about a heal.
Yeah, as much as a cure on everyone.
Yeah, which means that it's slightly more effective as long as everyone is damaged.
Yep.
Are there any chests here, or are there only chests in the bottom room?
Downstairs.
Downstairs.
It's south, through the door, downstairs. All the chests in here are empty.
Mm-hmm.
Go the southernmost portion of the area, then east to find a door.
Sorry, I have to preemptively strike this slime.
Mm-hmm. As you should, as you should.
Indeed. Yeah, when we were coming up with names for everyone, Tim felt a little bit too obvious for our black mage.
Well, it has to be Tim with a Y. You know, fantasy names, you either add apostrophes or you swap out I's for Y's.
Tim is perfectly fine as Tim, though.
Mm-hmm.
For Pythonian reasons. Is it this one, or is it all the way to the right?
It just says southernmost, head east to the door, go along a mini path.
Ah,
Yeah,
right.
I'm guessing it's this one. Next floor. There are 16 rooms, only 12 of which can be accessed from left to right, top to bottom. Nothing, 300 gil.
Okay, so that's 2 to the right.
3 to the right.
Or, yeah.
I think it's actually set in, like, 2 6s. Yeah. Or 2 8s.
I will say, I do love hearing people's naming
long,
systems.
if it has 295 gil, we're in the right track.
Everybody loves Carl the Wizard.
I think we should called our Black Mage Simon. Damn it, he's a sorcerer! I didn't think of that.
We will eventually kill this fucking guy.
I'm pretty sure I've read a fantasy novel with Simon with a Y. As the fantasy version of Simon. Poison the monk! Poison the monk!
I would never poison my good boy monk.
Or maybe just Fira.
I think the skeletons all die to 1 dia. I was correct.
Oh no, I don't know if I'd be comfortable naming people in my party after other streamers. At least not without permission. It'd be a bit weird.
All the
sprites apart from the monk, which is bare-chested.
Which has lovely abs.
Lovely
They're very
abs.
ambiguous, and I like it like that.
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
And even the monk could just be very muscular and wearing, like, you know, one of those really low-cut shirts. Like, really, really low-cut.
I guess we're only 3 along.
You know what? Fuck this encounter, actually.
Goodbye!
Probably overkill, but you know.
These are poisonous shit, so...
Fuck these werewolves. I will want to keep probably the rest of my Black Mage's MP or go back for the boss fight.
Yeah.
It might actually be a decent idea to just go straight to the boss fight here, because isn't it on this floor?
Yeah.
I believe it's basically straight down from me, isn't it?
It's in a room west of one of the rooms we're gonna go in.
I want to say it's just on the bottom level in one of these things. I'll know it when I see it.
Yeah, it's thing is we're gonna have to go past these rooms to get to it.
Hmm.
And it's like the southeast corner of this room, basically, or like the last but one room. This one should have like 295 gil in it.
God, him smacky.
Maybe you're just better off running from fights.
Might be a good idea, honestly. I mean, we are getting to the more or less the break-even point here. There are like certain encounters that we should probably avoid, but for the most part, they aren't actually too bad. Okay, 295 gil.
Yeah, it says then upper armlet in the next one, so I don't know if that's like bottom left. Yeah, it's a left to right, top to bottom, so it must be like...
Ah, all the way across.
Yeah, and so we probably don't wanna, Yes, I think the room with the boss in it is third row, second door.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll make a beeline for that. We can at least deal quite a bit of damage. The second one, right? Which is the one right next to this one.
I think so.
Yes, that's it!
Yeah, that's the one.
That is very
there's a chest
extreme.
there's a chest in the room to the right.
Yes, with 200 something gil.
One above you, and then the one to the left of that, so one...
We'll see if we have to
Diagonally
drag everyone's corpses first.
You say we need to get the mystic key before we can open the rest of them.
Ah, okay. And we're gonna save, and this boss fight is gonna be hell, so... If I'm lucky, Fear will go off just fine and everything will be good. If I'm not lucky, God help me.
Ah, yes, so yeah, the guide after doing the next story bit, because we get the mystic key after we do all this story bit.
Yep.
Then comes back to the cave to get the rest of them.
The Pisco Demons!
So, the other chests we can get are a copper armlet, a cottage of Phoenix Down, and 400 gil, well 385 gil. These Pisco Demons don't have any weaknesses, they resist fire and blizzard.
Oh, I didn't realize it was fire they resisted.
Yeah, it's fire and ice. They only don't resist thunder, which is a like level 4 spell, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Thunder!
Oh no, it's a level 3 spell. We can choose Fira instead to take over.
Let's see.
Or did you get thunder, or did you just
No, I
get
got Fira.
Fira, yeah.
Ah,
They're about
yes.
84
Wizard.
health. It says use temper on your physical characters, and they're not undead, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, Blizzard's level 4, Thundar's level 3. Just basically just keep everyone alive if you can, and...
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, And try to do a murder.
I'm not really sure why our monk keeps disappearing. Oh, right, because I put invis on him. Ha!
Oh.
Very good.
Yeah, it'll be that filter thing. We are gonna have to like figure out what settings we really need to stop.
Yep.
I'm sure I remember what we put on it, but I can't remember what it was. Our golden sunstream.
Beans!
Oh dear. Goodbye. Whoops, that whiffed.
Yep.
It's a shame spells don't move in this game.
Oh, of course.
Did you
fine.
save before doing this?
Yes, of course.
Dude, woo!
Again, this is literally the fight I've been talking about. I knew.
You knew, it was coming. What you may have to do is just like preemptive fucking healing. Oh no, we got it. We got a thief and a white mage alive. Shit all hell.
I obtained the
may want to
crown.
just ignore all the chests till we come back in.
That's what I was thinking. We'd be back afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bye, Steve. Yeah, Steve and Carl have seen better days, but we did win the fight, and that's what matters. Oh, dear.
You're gonna both save state and then run from every fight?
That's pretty much my plan, yeah. And then we'll heal up with a tent afterwards so that we can, you know, so that we're secure and making our way out of it. Yeah, just cast exit. Oh no, it doesn't work in this dungeon.
That didn't work anywhere apart from like the final dungeon.
God, this fight would literally just take forever. It wouldn't even be dangerous.
Nope.
It would just take years and years. Uh-oh. Run away! Oh right, is it in this doorway?
Yeah, it's the door, I think, isn't
Oh.
it? Nope, nope. Oh no, it must be a roll up. Hang on. Oh shit, yeah, you have to go around. There's a block.
There's that thing up the ladder, yeah.
There's more north to go.
Yep. I thought we had only gone up one. I was a little surprised. Also not it.
No, there's stairs to the top left.
Yeah.
Grab the chest.
Well, is it locked?
This one, no.
I don't know about us grabbing the chest here.
The only locked ones are the very bottom ones.
Problems.
Has a Phoenix down in it.
Ah, so we can recover one of our friends.
I mean, not much help, because he'll just die, but, you know.
Yeah, but even, like being able to use the Phoenix down is actually a decent play.
Mm-hmm.
Because we'll be able to sleeping bag them.
Yeah, that's true. Black Mage or Monk, then?
Probably Monk, he's lower leveled. You know, from being
I
dead.
want a safe state, then, after this.
Yeah, it's mostly about finding a way to get up. It is kind of funny that we're doing both save states and, like, the game's save states.
It's just easier to reload.
Yeah, exactly. It's just faster. Yep, Marsh Cave. One of the worst dungeons in the game, for certain.
Definitely for certain parties, and I think it
honestly,
really kind of
general,
expects you to grind a little bit.
Yeah, no, it is legit one of the hardest parts of the entire game.
Really kind of seems like you're supposed to do this after having, like, upgraded gear and a bunch of the magic.
Nice and Eason.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I did forget that I got that copper armlet that I should probably put on someone. There we go.
Nah.
Probably on our tank.
Mm-hmm. Quote
unquote. Nope, 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 nope.
Run, 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 run. Woo. Yeah, I think I got to this cave and I gave up.
This cave is kind of bullshit, and the mind flayers in particular are extreme bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Time to go, yeah, we have to go north of this door.
Yep. Once we get outside, we'll be okay. Oh god.
You're too far left, are you? I think. Yeah, there we go.
Gonna real quick For safety's sake. I think once you're up to here, you're actually fine, because there are lower levels of encounters. We won't get so many of the really dangerous ones. But yeah, this cave is absolutely a gigantic blockage point for a lot of people.
No, we're not trying to do something that you're not high enough level to do. This is like...
This is progress.
This is progress.
I will actually, like, real quick, pop over to our key items and look at the crown. The crown is what you need to wake the prince up. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, you need the crown, yeah.
So, like, this is literally the next place you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
This game's a little mean, yes.
I think you're supposed to wander around completely lost before you
For a while, yeah, that's also part of it. Like, knowing how to get to this cave is sort of a big thing, because in most runs, you have the forest, or sorry, you get the ship, and then you wander around a ton on the ship. And you eventually, like, mistake your way into here, basically. So, like, part of it is just knowing where you would normally be a bit higher level than this, just from wandering around without any, like, direction.
Yeah. And I get also, again, expect you to see all this stuff in town and, like, grind a little bit.
Yes, they did, in fact, tone it down a bit.
Yeah, this is the
easier
mode.
version of the game.
As I said, the PS1 version added an easy mode, which reduced like the cost of things and stuff like that. And then this version is based on the easy mode of the PS1 game.
It could be worse. But I mean, that was sort of just like someone was saying about how the Might and Magic games had a very whatchamacallit, like, no respect for the player's time and, like, mean GM kind of feel to them.
Okay, yeah. Shop prices are cheaper, experience levels are gained faster, and stats grow more rapidly.
Yeah. So this could be even harder. But yeah, like, it had a very mean GM vibe to it, where, like, your game's Dungeon Master is not very... It is very, like, you know, kind of out to get you in a way. Yeah, like in the original game, you really do need to grind on the early levels. Like, we grabbed a level or two and then we're fine for the start of the game. In the original game, you really did need to, like, smack yourself against goblins for a little bit.
Yep.
Honestly, Scobie, because it's not that bad. It's a very old RPG. There are specific nasty segments, but now that we have that crown, we are actually past the worst of it.
Yeah.
Like, that cave there is quite possibly the hardest single thing in the game. And we got to it in the first session. I don't know why I went to that magic. I wanted this magic. I mean, honestly, I think this version of Final Fantasy 1 is perfectly fun. Like, we are playing it for a reason, and it's great on, like, a long car trip. Oh dear.
Well, I mean, I like Breath of Fire too. That is a game with some grinding, not as much as the SNES version. I definitely did a bunch of grinding at the start of Breath of Fire too.
Yeah, it's like the only thing that I would say is really bad for this game is very much the fact that Marsh Cave comes so early on in it, and it is such a, like, wall of difficulty curve. Yeah,
I definitely remember that cave stopping me at least the very first time I played this game.
Absolutely.
Probably because I was probably playing on the normal difficulty on the PS1.
Also quite possible, yeah. So now we're at 5,000 gold as well, which means that when we play the next session, which we will do, we'll be much better off as far as
Which will be
those things
Tuesday.
go. Yep, Tuesday, assuming that she can make it to her flat, which it should be.
I should be able to. This is finally the snow and ice cleared from the fucking Wednesday last week.
Yeah.
But the road outside is finally actually clear of ice.
Yep.
So there's supposed to be more snow showers in Edinburgh, like, today and tomorrow, though.
So yeah, we'll be able to catch up on spells, and that'll help a lot.
Say Gald. Did we say Tails?
I probably said Gald. I consider all monies to be completely interchangeable in RPGs.
Remember, like, when he plays Odyssey, it's moons or stars.
Yeah, exactly. I'm collecting stars.
Anything you can think shinies, like anything. Money in RPGs will all be interchangeable. Gil, Gold, Gald.
Yep.
Zenny.
Zenny. Okay, so yeah, we are at our 2 hours. At our 2 hours now, and we made some pretty good progress. I'm actually really happy that we got to show off that Mind Flayer fight and beat it on the first try, even if we had to drag some folks back. Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed. Thank you so much for the hosts. We don't usually have 100 concurrent viewers. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed. Like Serene said, we will be back on Tuesday with more of this.
I'll be playing that time.
Yep, and then you'll be back on
crossed.
Wednesday with Point and Click Wednesday as well, right?
Yes, again, if I do make it up to my place instead of at my parents with its terrible internet. Wednesday we'll be back. We'll be back with Simon Max Season 2.
Ah, saved memories of Steve and Carl being dead.
Our dead party.
Yep.
And then we're actually going to have a new grab bag game as well.
Indeed.
Thursday.
Just a whole ton of new games to play on for the month of March.
Because we finished a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, basically we finished a ton of games at the same time and are moving on to our next set.
So, thanks everyone for coming and see you Tuesday.
See ya.